Hello and welcome to Life with Sandy. Because something seems to be going on. It seems like every single day lately. But we have one birthday today. Today is Jennifer Elia, and her channel name used to be Jennifer Lynn, but now it's called Pretty Little Garden. And I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box down below because she's changed the channel name is the Pretty Little Garden now. Anyway, today's her birthday, so Jennifer, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Jennifer. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here real quick. I slept really well last night. I went to bed at 11:30, and I think it was just for the fact that the night before I kept waking up, that I went to bed at 11:30, and I slept sound until 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get up not to go to the bathroom, not to be like a little chilly because the window was open and I was cold. I was dead to the world because I was out. And I woke up at 8 o'clock. I heard my grandfather clock chiming. It chimes every hour. It chimes every 15 minutes, but I don't hear it. It's like one of those noises that I hear in the background and I don't pay that much attention to. And then I thought, oh, yeah, sure. My workers are supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. I told you he was going to have a 7-man crew, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. And, but I had brought Jim's phone into the bedroom with me because they always call Jim to let them know they're here. And, at about 5 to 9, they texted Jim, said, are we good for today? And so I put yes. And then I thought, well, at least they're coming. And then I thought, well, I wonder if they're here. So I looked at my Ring doorbell. Oh, no, they're in my driveway waiting for me to open the door. I don't know how long they'd been there. I don't know if they rang the doorbell or something and I didn't hear it. I don't know. But it wasn't a 7-man crew. It was only 3. And they stayed. I will say, I'll give them credit. They stayed until they got here at 9 and they left about 1:30. And the only reason they did leave at that point, they had me come down and look, is that when the restoration company had laid plastic on the floor, they had laid plastic over the wet part of the floor and then put the pool table on top of the plastic. So when they moved the pool table and pulled the plastic back, the floor was wet and it smelled damp and it almost smelled like cat piss. It smelled really bad because they brought me down there just to verify that I could see it too. And it was awful. It was really awful. And he said, you know, I could dry it just enough to put the flooring down. But if we do that, then, you know, like I'll have to come back later on. He says, I really would rather run a fan for a day or two just to completely dry it before I do it. And I did agree with him on that because, you know, what's the point? I've waited this long, I guess. And so they got a really good portion of the basement done. They finished up the painting. The only thing they had to do is they're going to paint. We're going to just paint the steps. We're not going to carpet it or put anything on it. So we're just going to paint the steps. So they still have to paint the steps. And then they fixed the closets. They put the molding around the trim on the bedroom and then the tool room or the furnace room, not the furnace room, Jim's work room and the bathroom. And so they did get a lot done. So we were talking in that, and I told you we had to order a case of the ceiling tiles because the people stole the other ceiling tiles. And he said he's just going to pay for that because he's taken so long. And so I said, okay. I didn't even say thank you or nothing. I just said, okay. Because I'm thinking, you owe me at least that much. So Jim had called me. I had called Danny to ask him if he would pick Jim up because I didn't want to leave them, since they really did show up, I didn't want to leave them here alone with nobody here to watch them. And so Danny went to the hospital. And so Jim says, well, I'll wait until I see the doctor because then usually you go home right after you see the doctor. So the doctor came in and talked to Jim about 10 o'clock, 10:30. So I called Danny and I said, you know, your dad's just talking to the doctors now. And he says, oh, okay, I'll go over there. And I don't know if they lost his paperwork or whatever. Jim was not released until 3 o'clock. So they sat and watched the football game in the hospital room. They watched the Michigan game. And then the prescription Jim has to take, I don't know, if you don't have insurance, although I was talking to Joan, and she said that in New Jersey they have some kind of thing where if you can't afford it, you go to the hospital and they give it to you. I don't think Michigan does that. I don't know for a fact that they don't do that, but I know that a lot of places, if you can't afford the medication, if you contact the manufacturer right, you know, like right up front, that sometimes they work out some kind of agreement to help you. But anyway, the prescription that Jim has to take for the next year, we have to pay out of pocket $95 a month. I mean, his life is worth $95 a month. Don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking, how can people afford it? And the actual real price is $650 a month. Now, who can afford $650 a month? But it's like a life-saving drug, because they said if he didn't take it, if he even missed one dose, he could get a blood clot formed and he could have a heart attack. You're worth $95 a month. You really are. But it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. It's like, that to me, it was ridiculous. So we paid that, and then he got all of his paperwork to be released. We have to call on Monday to follow up with his doctor to get his heart doctor to make an appointment to see how they're going to handle the other artery. We don't know yet. And then we have another appointment. He has to call for his cardiac therapy, rehab therapy. So we have to call and make an appointment for that on Monday. And he can't do any lifting for 3 days. No, he can't drive for 3 days, and he can't lift more than 5 pounds for 3 days, and then not more than 10 pounds after that, or something like that. We got to read the paper. I know something about 10 pounds. Can't lift more than 10 pounds. Jim's not going to lift anything anyhow. He's just going to sit in his chair, which is what he should do at this point right now. And then it's just nice to have him home. It was a scare. Jim is so lackadaisical about things, I can't even tell if he's really affected by this. He just, he's, oh, I got it done, whatever. He calls it a tune-up. I went in for a tune-up. Oh, that man of mine. But, so, I did really well at the hospital. I brought some food with me. And then I got home, and I don't know if it was just, I started eating. I kept eating. And then today, when I was not hearing anything from him, I was eating. So I got to get right back on my plan. I got to get back on my plan, or I'm going to have a gain on Thursday. I don't want to do that. So I got to get right back on plan. But I wanted to check in real quick. Thank you. Thank you once again for all your prayers. A lot of people sent me emails. They Facebook messaged me. My friends that have my actual phone number texted me. And I really appreciate all the support and prayers and all of that, because I really do think that really does make it. I know it makes a difference. And I think that's what really helped this out for Jim. So thank you very much. I so appreciate it. And just getting back on track. And Jim's home now. There's no reason. I'm going to start getting him to eat some healthy meals. I'm going to try my best to get a vegetable down his throat. So we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And thank you again for all your prayers. It's so much appreciated.